if you're on your back already, just start by getting comfortable, figuring out what's the best spot for you. And anything I say that doesn't resonate with you, just try to tune into your own body and what you need. Today we'll be doing a grounded and open class, so staying grounded in who we are and what we believe in, and starting the year off from a grounded space, but also being open to new energy and new light. So we'll be working through our hips and staying grounded in our lower body while also opening up through our heart space and being able to receive, yeah, just anything that this year could bring us, being open to new possibilities and opportunities. So as you settle into your back, just start to draw awareness to your breath. No need to control it in any way. Just allow your breath to help you to settle down. With each exhale, envision that your back body is grounding down a little bit more onto your mat. And allow each breath cycle just to relax you a little bit more. Starting to tune into your breath, observing as it enters and exits your body. And while our minds might want to chatter and think and worry, just try to observe your breath throughout this class. And at this point, if you'd like, you can bring one hand to your belly and one hand over your heart, just to physically connect your body and your breath. Notice how your breath pushes your hands up on the inhale and relaxes them back down on your exhale. Just allowing yourself to be held by you today. Giving yourself this hour just to reconnect with yourself, as this world is often so busy and we're always running around doing stuff. So just allow this time to be for you, to just be. At this point, start to draw in some deeper breaths. So seeing if you can rise your heart and belly a little bit higher on your inhale. And notice the change as you exhale. And at this point, if there's any intention or something that's calling to you right now for this class or for today or even this year, maybe cultivating a sense of presence wherever you are, or gratitude, or maybe nothing at all. Maybe you just want to relax. And just to bring us all together as one, even though we're all over the world. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths all together. So fully let all the air out on your exhale. And together, let's take a full breath in. And exhale, you can sigh or let it out. Once again, full breath in from your toes up to your nose. And exhale, release. And one last one. Let this be your fullest breath of your day so far. Full breath in. And exhale, release. And on your next inhale, I invite you to stretch your legs out long. If they're bent, reach your arms above your head and take a full morning stretch. Pointing your toes, maybe circling your wrist and letting the cracks and crinkles out of your ankles, and just kind of pretending like you're waking up. Steph definitely is, but just taking a full breath here just to arrive once again. And on your next exhale, hug your knees into your chest, allowing your lower back to press against your mat, maybe rocking side to side. And if you want to get into your hip joints, you can put your hands on top of your knees and draw circles out to the sides, moving nice and slow. And take a full breath in, and on your exhale, let your feet meet the mat so that your knees are pointing up to the sky. And if you have a block, you can place it between your thighs, so just underneath your knees, just to start activating. Or if you don't have a block, you can put the towel there or whatever, just to start activating our pelvic floor and protecting our lower back as we start to move. You can walk your feet in towards your hips, and we'll do some rolling bridges here. So as you inhale, squeeze the block between your thighs and slowly lift your hips up to the sky on your inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Just starting to awaken our spines. And you have the option here on your inhale if you'd like to reach your arms up overhead. Starting to open up our heart space a little bit, and then lower your hands down as you exhale. Two more times, just like that, moving with your breath. And the next time your hips relax down onto your mat, gently lift your knees up to be in a 90-degree angle. So you can keep the block between your thighs if that feels okay. We'll just do a little bit of core activation. So squeezing the block between your legs, take a full breath in. And on your exhale, slowly lower your knees down to the right, hovering your knees just an inch or two off of the ground. And then inhale back through center. And so. And exhale over to the other side, hover your knees. Really activating your core here. Come back through center on the inhale. And exhale. This time, release your knees all the way down to the right. And we're going to pause there in a twist. So you can keep the block there if that's okay, or you can take it out. And so, sorry, my dog is, I don't know why he's crying for no reason. So we'll just pause in this twist here. You can open up your left arm out to the side. Maybe your gaze goes over there. You can adjust your legs to be whatever twist feels comfortable for you. We'll just take 3 deep breaths here. Warming up our spine, warming up our hips a little bit. Hopefully feeling a nice open heart on the left side. And on your next inhale, mentally prepare yourself to come out of the shape. On your exhale, drawing your knees back through center. You can take a full breath in here, and on your exhale, slowly lower your knees over to the other side. And then relax into your twist, whatever you did on the other side, or maybe something different whatever feels best. Just taking 3 full breaths here. We're starting off nice and slow just so that we can stay grounded within ourselves. And take a full breath in. And on your exhale, slowly bring your knees back up to center, and you can lower your feet down onto the mat. You can take the block out from, and I don't know what I'm saying. You can take the block out, and then we'll come into a reclined figure 4 stretch just to stretch our outer hip. So you can bring your right ankle to your left knee, And you can either stay here if this feels like it's enough, or if you'd like, you can hug the shape into your chest, maybe rocking side to side, just starting to awaken our hips area, keeping your feet flexed to protect your knees. And take a full breath in. And as you exhale, send both legs up to the sky so that they're just straight out in front of you. Maybe just shake out your legs a little bit, or you can grab onto the back of your calf of one leg and then the other, just to awaken your hamstrings a little bit. Maybe here you want to circle your ankles, point and flex your feet. Just trying to open up all areas of our body. And on your next exhale, lower your feet down and we'll switch sides. So bring your left ankle to your right knee and do whatever variation feels best for you. Taking a few breaths here. And so come here. And take a full breath in. And on your exhale, send your legs up to the sky once again. Shake them out, stretch your hamstrings. Just kind of get loosey-goosey. And full breath in and exhale. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. And this time we'll rock the length of our spine, nice and slow, or however best you want to come to a seated position. And if you want to sit up on a bolster, if it's hard to sit on the ground, you can, but we won't be here for too long. Finding a cross-legged position that feels good for you, whatever. Sorry, there's a lot of sounds around here, but it's fine. You all know who I am. Just it's a little hectic. Anyways, we'll bring our hands to our knees and just you can keep your eyes closed if you like, or open, whatever feels best as it's your practice. And we'll start by just circling our torso, pressing your chest forward as you inhale, and exhale, sweeping back, leaning on your sit bones and just taking it nice and slow here. You can close your eyes and intuitively move however feels best in your upper body and hips. And then switch directions. And then come back through center, and we'll do some seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, shine your heart through, let your shoulders drop back, and maybe even your chin reaches up. And as you exhale, you can roll back onto the back of your pelvis and use your hands to accentuate the rounding of your spine. And flow with your breath here. Inhale, draw forward, and exhale, sweep back. 2 more times, just like that. Notice how the slower you go, the more articulation you can feel in your movements. Next time you come forward, you can pause there and inhale your arms up to the sky. Maybe your gaze follows. And exhale, release your right arm down. It can go over a block if the ground feels far away. And reach your left arm up and over for a little side body stretch, reaching your left fingertips over, really feeling that nice side body opening. Full breath in here, and exhale, reach your left arm forward, sweeping yourself over to the other side. You can bring the block with you if you'd like. Really feeling your ribs and intercostal muscles open up with each inhale. And take a full breath in, and one more time we'll sweep over to the right, being whimsy with your motions, just flowing with your own body and breath. And we'll sweep over to the left side one more time. And on your next exhale, slowly press back up to a neutral seat. We'll bring our feet just about matched width distance apart in front of us, and you can let your hands rest behind your hips so that your fingertips are facing towards your hips. We'll just do some windshield wipers here. So Slowly dropping your knees over to one side and then the other. As your knees are over to the right, you can bring your gaze over your left shoulder so you activate a little twist in your torso. Remembering to breathe as we start to bring some more movement into the practice. And the next time your knees fall over to the right, we'll just gently sit our torso up a little bit so that our right hand comes behind our right hip bone. We'll take our left hand and reach it up to the sky as we press our hips up with it, opening up our front body, taking a full breath in here, feeling that breath crawl in our front side, and exhale, lower your hips and we'll sweep it over to the other side. So knees come over to the left. Let your left hand down behind your hips and reach your right arm up, pressing your hips up with it. And on your next exhale, slowly lower your hips down, planting your feet back in the center, and we'll come into a little reverse tabletop. So really feel the thumb and pointer finger pressing down firmly so that we're protecting our wrists. Then we'll just gently send our hips up to the sky, and you can keep your chin tucked into your chest if that's where you want to stay, or if you'd like, you can let your head fall back, really opening the front side of your shoulders, lifting your hips up just a little bit more. And let's take a full breath together. And on your exhale, bring your left foot in towards your glute, just so you can stretch out your quad muscle a little bit so you can kind of sway forward and back, stretching out the front side of the left leg. And then switch sides, being nice and gentle. And then step your left foot back to meet the right and just gently crawl your hands forward to come to a toe sit. So if this is really hard on the knees, you can sit up on a bolster, put the bolster underneath your knees, but the goal here is to get a stretch in the back of our feet. We'll just take a moment here if this is really challenging. Try to roll your shoulders back down. You can always come out of this, but just take a few deep breaths here. Breathing into our foundation, our feet. Take a full inhale as you sweep your arms up to the sky. Maybe your gaze follows, and exhale, lower your hands down to interlace behind your back. And then drop your fingertips down, opening your chest, and maybe your chin reaches up to the sky. Inhale here, and as you exhale, let your hands come over to your left hip as you let your right ear reach down towards your right shoulder. If at any point it becomes too much on the feet, you can come off of them. Take a full breath in here. And on your next inhale, come back through center and roll over to the other side. And on your next inhale, let your head and hands come back through center. And we'll bring our hands in front of us, tucking our toes and pressing back up so that we're like in a little ball at the back of our mat. And from here, you can let your head hang down, maybe bounce up and down a little bit, feeling the stretch in your heels or ankles. And take a full breath in here. And as you exhale, gently send your hips up to the sky, keeping your knees nice and bent for a little forward fold action. You can grab hold of opposite elbows if you'd like and sway side to side, playing around with bending one leg and straightening the other. Just taking a moment here to digest in this forward fold, imagine that your hair follicles are spilling out onto the mat, really letting your neck hang down. You can play around with unclenching your jaw and sticking your tongue out. Just trying to be as open and loose as possible, letting go of the tension that we hold all over our bodies. And let's take a full breath cycle here. And on your next inhale, really drag this inhale out as you slowly start to rise up, allowing your head to be the very last thing to come up. And once you come to a standing position, just stay there for a moment. You can close your eyes, circle your shoulders up and back, and just start to feel the four corners of your feet pressing into the earth. Maybe you lift your toes and then spread them back down. Just taking a moment to appreciate how much strength you hold within you. And on your next inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. We'll just tiptoe our way up to the top of the mat. Usually we don't walk on our tippy toes these days, but it's good for us, I think. And then gently lower your heels down and open your feet just a little bit wider than hips distance. And you can bring your hands to your hips. We'll just do some hip circles here. So circling your torso, bending your knees, and just kind of flowing around. You can close your eyes and just be free with it. I imagine this is like the gas station blow up bubbly things, you know? Then we can switch directions, just blow with the wind. And then come back up through center. And then we'll meet at the top of our mat with our feet a little bit closer. And we'll do a classical sun salutation, just one. But I'll lead you through it if you are comfortable with it and know you can go at your own pace. We'll start at the top of our mat, feet together. And as you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, hands come to prayer. And exhale, send your hips back, fold over your legs. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift, your hands can come to your shins, gaze can go forward. Exhale, fold. And as you fold, bend your knees to step your right foot back so that your right knee meets the earth, and you can untuck your right toes. Option to stay here, or on your inhale, if you'd like, you can sweep your hands up to the sky for a nice low crescent lunge. And as you exhale, let your hands come back down to the ground. Step your left foot back to meet your right to come on your knees. And if you want, at any point, you can do chaturangas, but we'll just do a knees, chest, chin. So come onto your knees and gently lower down so that your elbows are nice and bent. Chest reaches the earth. And then come up through, sorry guys, a little bit broken, but we'll come up to a little cobra. And exhale back for downward facing dog. Take a moment to pause here, just so that you feel grounded. And on your next inhale, gently step your right foot between your hands. However you would like to get there, and lower your left knee down, untuck your left toes, and reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower your hands down, tuck your left toes to meet the right. Fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. Hands come to prayer. And we'll do the other side. So inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So let your hands reach towards the ground and step your left foot back. Left knee comes down, untuck your left toes, and reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down, send your right foot back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Come through for baby cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Pause for a breath. And on your next inhale, step your left foot forward, lower your right knee down, untuck your right toes, arms come up to the sky. And exhale, hands down, tuck your right toes, meet at the top of your mat. Hold. Inhale, halfway lift once again for a straight spine. Exhale, fold. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to meet in prayer before your heart. Just take a moment to breathe here, recentering. And then we'll do a little tree pose action. So starting by grounding down into your right foot. And for tree, we'll be lifting our left foot up, but you can do this wherever is comfortable for you. Maybe your toes are on the ground and your heels on your shin, or if you want, it can go onto your calf. Sorry, not shin, calf. Or if you'd like, you can pick up your foot all the way to your inner thigh. Just what's most important here is that we're really opening our left knee out to the side, feeling that nice opening in our hip. And with our hands, you can have your hands into prayer before your heart, or grow your branches up to the sky. Just working on balance here. You can keep your foot down to wherever is best for you. Just taking 3 full breaths here to practice our balance, feeling grounded in our right foot. And on your next inhale, bring your left knee into your chest, and you can hug it into your chest a little bit just for a moment. Take a full breath in here. And as you exhale, you can bring your hands back to prayer and send your left foot back behind you, reaching back, back, back until you come into a high lunge. You can reach your arms up overhead if you'd like, feeling a nice opening across your heart. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, open your left arm out to the side and bring your left foot to be parallel to the back side of the mat for warrior 2. Sink your hips down, letting your gaze go over your right middle finger. And we'll flow here just for a little bit. As you inhale, straighten your right leg and reach your arms up to the sky for star pose. And exhale, settle back down into warrior 2. So inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, sink back down. One more time. And sink back down. Really nice. And then we'll bring one more time, reach your arms up, and this time bring your right foot to be parallel to your left. We'll take our hands and interlace our fingers behind our back. Let your fingertips drop down and heart open forward as you inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees a little bit and fold over your legs, letting your hands drop behind your head. Hopefully feeling a nice opening in your heart and upper back. And take a full breath in here. And as you exhale, gently release your hands down to the mat. Letting both hands come down. And as you inhale, you can reach your right arm up to the sky. So doing a little thoracic twist. Gaze can go up to your right fingertips. And as you exhale, let your right hand come down and switch sides so that your left hand comes up. And exhale, let your left hand come down and slowly walk your hands to frame your right foot, lowering your left knee down to the ground, and we'll come into a lizard lunge. Whoa, puppy madness. So you can bring your hands into the inside of your right foot and untuck your left toes. An option to stay here if you want to put your blocks there, or if you'd like, you can press your right knee away from you with your right hand. Doing whatever feels good for a little hip opener. Just listening to what your body needs, taking 2 full breaths here. Take a full breath in, and on your exhale, bring your right foot to meet your left. And we'll tuck our toes and send our hips back up into a downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths here just to settle down and pause. You can pedal out your knees if you'd like, or sweep your heels over to one side and then the other. And take a full breath in, and as you exhale, we'll walk our hands back towards our feet. Meet back at the back of the mat once again in our forward fold. And on your next inhale, slowly roll up once again, really trying to go as slow as you can. Reminding yourself that there's no need to rush. Taking a moment to feel grounded again, even as we move, remembering to stay connected to our breath. And on your next inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. We'll tiptoe to the top of the mat one more time. Lower your heels down, and we'll do a tree on the other side. So ground down through your left foot, and then with your right foot, finding the spot that feels best, either the ground, your calf, or up in your inner thigh. If your foot is going on your knee, it's fine. Just try not to push your knee out to the side. With your hands, find the best place that feels good for you. Remembering to open your right knee out to the side, feeling that inner thigh, inner hip stretch. And if you fall, then it's normal. That's just life. Remembering to find your drishti, a point of focus. And on your next inhale, hug your right knee into your chest, opening your heart as you do so. And as you exhale, slowly send your right foot back, back, back until you come into your high lunge. Whoa. Arms can go up to the sky, feeling that nice opening in the hip flexor and heart. And then opening up and out into your warrior two. Taking a breath here to ground down here, finding your gaze, sinking your hips nice and low. And let's move with our breath here. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms come up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink down. Inhale one more time, come up. Exhale one last time, come down. Maybe I did an extra on this side, whoopsie. And then come back up to center, and this time bring your feet to be parallel to one another. You can bring your hands behind your back and interlace your hands the unnatural way, so the opposite way than you did the other time. Let your hands drop down, heart open up. And exhale, slowly bend your knees and fold over your leg, over the mat. Take a full breath in here, and on your exhale, slowly unravel your hands to meet the earth. You can do the same thing you did on the other side, or play around with whatever feels good, maybe reaching one arm up to the sky. And then the other, just noticing what your body is asking for. And once you feel even on both sides, we'll walk our hands to frame our left foot. Let our right knee meet the earth, and we'll come into our lizard lunge. As always, props are available at any point if you want to bring the ground closer to you, or if you'd like to press your left knee away from you. Just taking 3 full breaths here, letting your hips sink down. Let's take a full breath in and exhale. Let your left foot come to meet your right. You can either go up into a downward facing dog, or if you'd like, settle your hips back for a child's pose. Let's just settle into wherever you are. Taking 3 full breaths here. If you're in child's pose, letting your heart sink down to the earth with each exhale. If you're in downward facing dog, do the same. Just wherever you are, connect with your breath and just breathe. Take a full breath in here. And on your next exhale, wherever you are, we'll meet into a tabletop position. And just take 2 breaths or 3 breaths to close your eyes and either go through some cat cows or circle around. Just kind of fluidly move your spine and back however you'd like to. Just letting yourself feel mobile and fluid. Beautiful. One more full breath cycle. Full breath in and a full breath out. And whenever you're ready, let's meet in a puppy pose or in tabletop, and then we'll move into a puppy pose. So slowly start to walk your hands out all the way until your forearms are reaching down onto the mat, keeping your hips stacked over your knees if you can. And then either your forehead can reach the earth or your chin, or you can rest your forehead on a block or bolster. Just take 3 full breaths here. This time really letting your heart sink down. Feel your breath open up your upper back, your heart space. Let's take one more full breath in. Let this be your fullest inhale in this pose. And as you exhale, reach your forearms forward and start to slither your hips down so that you come into a Sphinx pose. So your forearms are pressing down, your elbows are reaching towards your hips. And just to start here, you can just let your head hang down, let your chin reach towards your heart. Maybe drawing your chin across your chest, left and right. Letting your neck be really free here. And then on your next inhale, start to reach your chin up to the sky and draw your heart forward as you do so, hopefully feeling a nice opening across your chest. And exhale, let your chin come down. So flow with your breath here. Inhale, reach your chin up, draw your elbows back. Exhale, lower your chin down. Beautiful, nice and slow. And the next time your chin comes up, we'll find ourselves in a neutral Sphinx. Just lean a little bit of your weight on your left forearm. And as you inhale, reach your right fingertips forward and draw a rainbow around your right side 3 times. Whoa, this is hard. If you're a surfer, you might feel your shoulders super tight. And then the next time you reach back, you can bend your right knee. And if your hand reaches for your foot, you can hold onto your foot. And if not, you can just reach your heel towards your glute. And if your hand reaches your foot, you can just slightly bring your foot towards your hip for a nice little quad stretch. Take a full breath in here and exhale. Release your foot down and then gently lean your weight onto your right forearm. We'll do the same on the left side. So draw 3 or 4 big circles with your left hand. And on the 4th, reach back for your foot or just bend your leg if you have a strap, or I mean, it's not that necessary, but just to get a little quad stretch. And on your next exhale, release your foot down. We'll come into a little wide cobra action. So you can tent your hands out to the side so that your elbows are pointing up to the sky. And as you inhale, lift your chest up first and slowly roll up so that your chin is the last thing to reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, slowly slither your way back down. Really nice. Just 2 more like that, articulating and massaging out our spine. And the next time that your heart reaches down towards the earth, you can stack your palms on one another and windshield wiper your legs, maybe circling your feet or ankles. And then eventually let your feet just fall back behind you. You can rest your forehead on stacked palms just to take a few full breaths into your belly. Really feel your breath expand into your lower back. Letting yourself ground down into the earth. With your breath, feel your belly reaching down onto your mat. Starting to slow down our practice. Once again, try to just connect with your breath again. No need to control it, just watch it. See here that you can physically feel your breath moving into your body. Let's take a full breath in just to mentally prepare us to come out of the shape. So on your exhale, you can press your hands next to your chest and send your hips back into a child's pose. Maybe a wide leg child's pose this time, or just to take a moment to round your spine and settle down just for a few breaths. Maybe you play around with bringing your hands into prayer and letting your hands come over your head for the tricep stretch, or if you want, you can walk your hands over to one side and then the other. Just doing any movements here that your body is asking for. Take a full breath in, feeling your breath across your back body. And then just gently start to walk your hands back up towards your hips to slide your hips onto one side and crawl yourself forward to prepare to come onto our back. And whatever props that you have, bring them close to you because we're going to come into a heart opener to close our practice before Shavasana. So if you have a bolster, you can set it up horizontally on your mat. If you have a block or a towel, whatever you could use, maybe a pillow. And just settle the prop underneath your ribs. So basically, if because we're all women, like where your bra strap or bikini line would be. And if you have a block or something else, you can bring it underneath your head so that the ground doesn't feel so far away from the back of your head. And with your arms, you can either have your arms reaching back up above your head or out to the side. And of course, adjust your props and positioning to be the most comfortable for you. The goal is to feel it nice and open in our heart space and our back. And then with your legs, you can either have your legs bent and feet pressing down on the mat, or you can do a reclined butterfly, bringing the soles of your feet together and letting your knees come out to the side. You can have your legs long, just wherever you would like to settle. We'll be here for a little while, not too long. Just make sure that you're in a place that's comfortable, that you can actually relax and breathe. Really just letting your front side of your body be nice and open. Feeling your breath wash across all parts of your body. And in moments of stillness like this is when our mind tends to race the most. So if any thoughts or feelings come up, just acknowledge them and then just return your awareness to your breath. See if you can rise your belly up a little bit more, open your heart more with your breath. Slowly start to take some longer inhales. Just starting to mentally and physically prepare our body to slowly come out of the shape. If your knees are in reclined butterfly, slowly start to close them. Yeah. You can walk your feet out a little bit out to the side and let your knees drop in towards one another. And slowly, in your own time, however, is the path of least resistance, maybe rolling onto one side and taking the prop out from underneath your heart. Just moving like molasses, moving nice and slow to eventually come into Shavasana. Or if you need any last movements or motions to get prepared for Shavasana, if you'd like, you can also put the bolster underneath your knees. If you have a t-shirt or something you want to pop over your eyes as an eye pillow. And as always, if you want to do any movements that are calling to you, go for it. Just slowly start to settle down. Like we did at the beginning of the class, let your back body reach down towards the earth like you're growing roots. And before sending you off into your Shavasana, I'm just going to read a little poem that I found that resonated today in light of grounding and opening. Exchange your overthinking for overwhelming grace. Let it pull you from the forest to a wide open space. A clearing in the wild where light will fill the ground, where anxious thoughts learn surrender and gratitude is found. For tomorrow is on its way, and it will be here in its time. So be present here today with a rested, peaceful mind. So enjoy this full rest. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out of it. Slowly start to invite some deeper breaths into your body, letting your mind's eye come back down into your physical being. Start to let your senses guide you here. Notice if you hear any sounds or smell any smells. And then start to notice how your skin feels, if there's a breeze upon it. And then just notice how your breath, once again, is traveling within you. And on your next inhale, maybe you start to make some subtle movements with your fingers or your toes. And notice if any sparkles start to travel along your body. And slowly, like we did at the beginning, reach your arms up above your head for that morning stretch once again. And then slowly, if you'd like, you can bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, like we did at the beginning. Connecting your body and your breath one last time in today's practice. And as you feel your breath moving into your palms, take a moment to give gratitude to your breath, give gratitude to your body. Thank you, body, for bringing me through every day of life, through all of my activities. And yeah, our bodies do so much for us. So just take a moment to thank them. And on your next inhale, travel that gratitude outward so you can bring your hands into prayer before your forehead. And just think of someone or something that you're grateful for and send them a little butterfly or a rainbow. Take a full inhale to just let that gratitude fly outwards. And slowly lower your hands before your lips as a reminder to have kind words and to not only others but also yourself, because you deserve that. And then slowly lower your hands before your heart as a reminder to have an open and loving heart no matter what. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. You can continue your Shavasana rest or slowly come out of it in your own time. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I'm so grateful that you were here.